Alright, so I figured it's about time I make a video talking about the New York Knicks. They've been having a pretty successful season compared to a lot of people's expectations for them, and it's the first time in a while that Knicks fans are actually happy with the product that's happening out in the court. And one of the big reasons for that is rookie Immanuel Quickley out of Kentucky. He has been amazing so far in some limited fashion, and I've been having a lot of fun watching him, and he's someone who's definitely caught my eye, so I figured, let's talk about him. Let's talk about the Knicks, specifically Immanuel Quickley, and let's just go through some of his stuff. So like I said, Immanuel Quickley is a rookie. He was picked 25th in this most recent draft, and to be honest, I didn't really know much about him. I don't really do a whole lot of digging into the deep portions of each draft class, but from what I saw around Twitter and all that good stuff, there was a lot of good reviews on Immanuel Quickley, so I guess for that reason, I guess it was a little bit surprising that he slipped all the way to 25, but for the Knicks, he was a great find. So far, in his first 20 games of his career, he's averaging 12 points per game in 19 minutes while having shooting splits of 41, 37, 93, which is pretty solid. One other stat that caught my eye is that as of now, through these first 20 games, Quickley has a usage rate of just below 28%, which is crazy for a rookie, especially a late first round draft pick. And just to give you some context, some names of players who have lower usage rates include Brandon Ingram, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Karl Anthony Towns, even Anthony Davis. All of these guys, pretty much it just means that all of these guys are not seeing the ball as much per game, just on a per game basis or per possession basis, I guess, than Immanuel Quickley, which is a very big praise for the rookie. With that being said though, a big reasoning for that stat is because he just simply isn't seeing a whole lot of minutes, although he is being very efficient in those 19 minutes per game. And while every Knick and basketball fan in general would just love to see more Immanuel Quickley, it is unfortunately probably not going to be the case for the season, as Elfrid Payton has been the starter for the entirety of the season so far, and with Tom Thibodeau as the head coach, he's just someone who values defense a whole lot more than offense, and Elfrid Payton is the seasoned vet, whereas Immanuel Quickley is the unproven rookie. And if you look at the team stats for the New York Knicks, they currently sit at second in the league in opponents' points per game, while sitting 30th in the league in points per game. So just showing the fact even further that Thibodeau is always going to choose defense over offense, even if Quickley would be able to help out that last place offense in his own way. But as it currently stands, Elfrid Payton is averaging around 28 minutes per game, whereas Quickley, as I've said, is sitting at 19. I, for one, would kind of expect, but also just very much hope that we could see that get closer to maybe like a 25-25 exchange at the end of the season, because while Elfrid Payton is a good player, he's just nowhere near what the potential that Quickley has if he is to get some playing time and grow. But let's get into some specifics about why Quickley is such a promising player and someone that Knicks fans are and should very well be excited about for the upcoming future. For starters, Quickley could most definitely fit into the 3-level scorer role in the NBA. He already has an amazing floater and is just a good finisher outside of that. He's willing to pull threes, and even though he's only shooting them at 37%, that's right around the league average, and that's very good for a rookie and someone who just takes a lot of threes, or at least more threes than the average NBA player. But to truly hit the mark of being an official 3-level scorer, his mid-range game is going to need some work. Although he has shown some flashes, he just simply isn't taking a whole lot of middies right now, but that's something that I would fully expect him to work on and grow on as he just matures and gets older and becomes more experienced in the NBA. For now, Immanuel Quickley does most of his work out of the pick and roll. When the big comes up and sets a screen, Quickley's favorite move is to put the defender on his hip and essentially create a man-down situation, or another term for this is putting his defender in jail. By doing so, he essentially takes his defender out of the play and makes the defense play a man down, which opens up the lane for his patented floater, which has become such a staple of his game, and it's honestly a shot that I'm already assuming is going to go in before he even shoots it. It's that type of good. It's that level of good in the NBA already. But Quickley is also willing to pull a 3 out of this pick and roll if the defender goes under, like you see here. With Kobe White, he did it on multiple occasions in the recent Bulls game, where Kobe White goes under and Quickley has no hesitation in pulling the 3, and even though he's not hitting them at an amazing rate, it's very encouraging that he is willing to take these shots so willingly. I will say though, in this one example here, I very much enjoy how the ball screen is set a lot higher so that Quickley actually has some space to get into his pull-up three rather than having to shoot it immediately off of the screen. This gives him some room, much like how Kemba Walker utilizes screens in the Boston offense. It just makes the pull-up a lot more smoother, plus it gives him more of a lane if he does want to attack the paint with his floater or just get to the rim in general. And in speaking on driving to the rim out of the pick and roll, as I said, Quickley loves to get the defender on his hip and put him in jail. And from there, it's pretty simple reads. Quickley either puts up the floater or he's able to dish to his big man for an easy lob or just, layup dunk in general. And while it's nothing special, as I said, these are reads that are important to make and make Quickley such a good player because he does them well. He's even shown his slight ability so far that if the defender in the corner on the outside shooter comes and overhelps on the big, Quickley has shown that he's able to read this and hit the guy in the corner for the open three. Again, this isn't anything crazy in terms of playmaking, but it's simply just Quickley making the right reads, and this is something that you would love to see out of a rookie who isn't really coming into the league known as a playmaker. He's more of a scorer, and that's what was on his, his draft analysis, but to be able to see him make these reads is definitely very encouraging for Knicks fans. And to speak more on his playmaking, like I said, he does most of his work out of the pick and roll, meaning that it just opens up a lot of lob opportunities or just easy chances to hit his rolling big for a layup or a dunk. So far this season, Immanuel Quickley has a 2.3 assist-to-turnover ratio, which, again, his playmaking isn't anything special. His assist-to-turnover ratio isn't anything special, but it's something that's very promising for a rookie guard, point guard, who is supposed to be able to lead an offense in a few years. It's encouraging that he isn't making a lot of turnovers, where he's not even that well known as a playmaker, meaning that he is just simply making the right play, as I've said again and again. I could definitely see a path where down the line in his career, Immanuel Quickley is someone who could be averaging 5 to 7 assists per game, simply just based off of his ability to create opportunities out of his pick and rolls. Overall, this is the first Knicks draft selection in such a long time that actually looks like it's going to be a foundational piece for the team. I'd say the last one was Kristaps Porzingis, but we all know what happened with that whole deal and situation. But Immanuel Quickley, this feels different. This is someone who Knicks fans have seemed to love since day one. He's come out here and he's already producing as a rookie throughout his first 20 games, and it seems like it's only going to go up from here. He's already become very well known for his amazing floater game, and although there have been some questions about what will happen once defenses start to key in on this ability, myself, I'm not really too worried about it. I think he's already shown plenty of promise in other areas of his game, whether it be his three-point shooting or just his ability to hit open guys, whether it be his rolling big or his wing out on the corner, ready to spot up and shoot a three. He's also shown a great ability to finish at the rim, although in a limited fashion and maybe just a small sample size. He just eye test. He just kind of looks the part. You don't need to have amazing tape on everything. Some things he just looks ready in, and finishing is one of those things. He just looks comfortable, he looks collected. It looks like something that he is very confident in doing. As for defense, that's just going to have to be an effort thing for Quickley, as he doesn't exactly have the best physical attributes for it. And again, it's a big reason why Thibodeau isn't giving him more minutes as of now, because Quickley's he's not a great defender. I don't really know if he's an average defender. He doesn't get in a lot of passing lanes. He doesn't create a lot of deflections or steal opportunities. He's just out there guarding his man. And that's not necessarily even a bad thing. There are plenty of great point guards in the league today who aren't the best defenders. Think Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker. These are all guys who are flawed on the defensive end but still bring enough offense that they are valuable to the team. And I think this is definitely a path that Immanuel Quickley can go down. All in all, Knicks fans should be excited for their new and upcoming player who can hopefully end up being a star player for New York and turn the franchise around, because just after all of this, a good Knicks team is always a good thing for the NBA. And that'll do it for this video. As always, leave your comments down below on what your thoughts on Immanuel Quickley are. And outside of that, leave a like if you enjoyed this video or enjoyed this type of content. And outside of that, as always, most importantly, thank you for watching.